Hey everyone, it's Veiled Shot back at it with an Awaken Chaos Air video, and in this one I'm going to be evaluating the gear collection event, which is just, came out about an hour ago, and we're going to be evaluating what the value of the rewards you're getting, how much energy do you need to spend, and whether or not you actually need to spend money, or if you can complete this free to play. So let's go ahead and dive into it. If you are enjoying these videos, please be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Now, this calculation is based off of Stage 12 dungeon farming, so this event is 3 days long, 5k points, and you get points by getting gear. And as I said, this is based on stage 12. Obviously, if you're farming lower stages, mythic farming, for example, you're going to be getting less rare, less star level gear. So I couldn't do it based on mythic or based on anything else because it's really hard to get that many runs. And I haven't done, 100 or so stage 11, stage 10 runs. I've literally not farmed any other stage besides 12 because I just unlocked Queen 12. So let's go ahead and dive into what I figured out, how much gear and how much energy you actually need to spend. And I'm going to refer to my spreadsheet here. So it looks like when you do 100 runs, you're getting about 3,840 points. That is based on how much, blue gear, how much epic gear, how much legendary gear that you're getting. And on top of that, that means you're going to need about 1,500 energy to get 5k points. Why? Because you need about 1,200 energy to do 100 runs. And that means you need about 30 more runs to do another additional 30, which will give you on average a little over 5k points, which is why you need about 1,500 energy. What that means is, since you're getting about 1,200 energy per 3 days, because you're getting 400 energy between the daily free refresh and the 5-minute per energy. This is a lot of numbers, I know, but essentially what you need to know is that you only need to spend about 200 diamonds if you are farming stage 12 to complete the event, which is particularly easy. Although I know a lot of you cannot farm stage 12, which changes the numbers quite a bit. So that does change things, but I think it would only increase it by a couple of refreshes, not by an insane amount. But it is quite a big hit. If you're farming mythic specifically, you're only getting 24 points per elite piece because you can't get 6-star and you can't really get epic. So you're getting 24 per 6 piece. Or per piece of gear, which is half if you're getting a legendary. So it might increase by, maybe like about 800 diamonds or so. But if you're farming mythic anyways, and you can't farm stage 12, then you should be farming mythic for your glyphs and such to level up your characters so you can farm stage 12. So it's not that big of a hit. Now let's go ahead and dive into the value of the event. So if you've not watched my previous videos on these, the event valuations, then you're going to have to know that the number or the color that's in red is the base price that the ace actually calculates these items at, and the number in the green is the number that I evaluate the prices at based on my calculator. And if you have not seen that video, I highly recommend you do so, because certain items are less or more valuable based on where you are in the game. So we're basing this off of mythic farming, so it's like, late early game, or early mid game is basically how these events are evaluated. Now, that number comes out to about 1,750 on the ace price and about 1,670 on my evaluation of the items. Now, I do think event points are valued a little bit lower in my calculator because it's based off of energy, where if you're farming Aurak, you can actually purchase Aurak from the shop, and he's extremely, extremely valuable. So I do think the event points are worth a little bit more than that number says, but overall, about 1,700 diamonds in worth and value for about 250 energy to spend. So you don't really have to, spend a lot of energy if you're farming stage 12. This is actually a really solid event. Getting 8 gear charms is actually really awesome. 6-hour energy card is always, double XP card is always nice. And then 200 event points, as I said previously, is really nice. And then a lot of people were complaining that they didn't have diamonds in the shop. I know I saw a couple comments on my video, a couple comments on other people's video, and they added diamonds in the shop, or in the event rather. And so hopefully that appeals to a lot of people. I think this event is perfect. I think they did a great job. They're improving the value of their events from what I can see. Perhaps this is just because the gear collection is a little bit more difficult than the previous events. Well, we'll have to wait and see to compare it to previous events because I've not done 2 gear collection comparisons yet. So I cannot say, but overall, I think this event is good. And I'm glad to see that they're releasing their normal events alongside their winter events. And I hope that this video was helpful for some of you to determine whether or not you need to spend or whether or not you're going to go for the event. And I'll see you for the next one.